Angela Rogers, and this is Kinesiology 562. This week we're going to be doing the critical assignment preparation part 2 of the critical assignment for this class. These are the 3 upper body movements, and I have Heather back with me. We're going to be executing the exercises of bent over row. We're going to also be doing the shoulder press and the hammer curls. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm excited. Alright, so the first move we're going to do is called the bent over row. This is a compound exercise utilizing your elbow joints, your back muscles, and your shoulder joints. So you can't really do a bent over row with body weight. So we're going to start out using a very light resistance. These are 5-pound dumbbells. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this movement. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. Your hands are going to be tucked to your sides. Your elbows are going to be tucked to your sides. You're going to hold the dumbbells with a neutral grip. You're going to hinge your hips forward, keeping your torso slightly parallel to the ground, actually almost just above parallel to the ground, but not too much to where you feel like you're too bent over or rolling your back. You're going to keep it parallel to the floor. Your arms are still going to be tucked to your side. You're going to keep a good tight grip, not too tight, but you want to keep a tight grip on the dumbbells to where you don't lose your grip and make sure that they slip off. And you're going to keep your head forward, your neutral spine, chest high, and you're going to bring your shoulders back, your elbows back, and retract the shoulder blades and squeeze, and you'll see your scapula separating. And then you're going to come back down, and you're going to keep performing that for 3 to 5 reps, or until you get tired. And what I like to do is I like to instruct my clients that in order to keep your body at a good tight, and keeping all your muscles tight, is picture a rod that goes from your elbow through your abdomen and straight across, just making sure that your body's standing up straight. So I'm going to have you try it with dumbbells, and then we'll move on to a higher external load. So I'll instruct you while you're doing it. Okay. All right. So you have the dumbbells in your hand. You're going to keep your back straight. You make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Keep your hands pretty tight with a neutral grip on the dumbbells. Make sure your shoulders are back, your abs are tight, tuck your core in. Good, and when you're ready, just hinge your hips forward slowly. All right, keep making sure your torso is slightly parallel to the ground. And go ahead and bring the dumbbells back. Make sure that your scapula is retracting. Good. Make sure you're squeezing really tight at the top, really, really retracting those shoulders. 3, good. 4, and 5. Good, and relax. Okay, so we just finished a light resistance of the bent over row. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to do it with a barbell. So this is about 5 to 7 pounds heavier than the dumbbells are together, so it's a little bit different. With a barbell, you have more space. Your angles of your angle of your grip is going to be about 45 degrees roughly, wherever you're comfortable. Feet are still going to be shoulder width apart. The bar in relation to your shins should never come up and touch your shins. So you want to make sure that the bar, when you lift it up, is roughly over the midpoint of your feet. So you're going to bend down, you're going to grab the bar, you're going to make sure you're at the center of the bar. Usually the barbell areas have a place to grip your hands at. You're going to make sure that you're sitting back, your heels are dug into the ground for your hip torque. And when you grab the bar, you're going to make sure that when you come up, your hips are set back, your feet are locked, your abs are tight, and then you're going to start the pull. Your torso is going to be slightly parallel to the ground, and you're going to pull, retracting the back muscles, releasing the scapula, back and forth, holding on to the barbell, and using the ring finger press, which I like to use to initiate the lats. You're not putting all your weight on your ring finger with barbell, obviously, but pretending that all the weight on your ring finger is holding up the barbell, it initiates the lateral. So we're going to have you try the barbell and see how you do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and have you try out the barbell bent over row. Make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Hands are going to have a little bit wider grip, wherever you're comfortable. Heels dug into the ground. And go ahead, perform 1 rep. Good, we're going to have you lean forward just a little bit more. Make sure your torso is parallel to the ground. Really squeezing those back muscles, retracting the scapula. Good. One more rep. Awesome. That was really well. Good job. Beautiful. So the next movement we're going to perform is the shoulder press. I'm going to demonstrate the movement with dumbbells. However, Heather's going to start out with body weight because she is a novice, so we're going to go ahead and make sure that she gets her form correct, and then when we add an external load that it's not too heavy. So what I'm going to first do is make sure that my dumbbells are in hand, neutral grip. I'm going to make sure that my feet are slightly apart. If you want them shoulder width apart, that's fine too. Sitting down doing a shoulder press is a little bit different than standing up. Standing, you want your elbows in line with your hips. I'm going to flex my elbows and bring up the dumbbells to make sure that my shoulders are in. My elbows are not flared out. I have a neutral spine, my abs are tight, and I'm going to go ahead and fully extend my shoulders up. I'm not going to touch the dumbbells as this is completely interacting with your shoulders. It's recruiting every single other muscle in your back, which you don't want to do. So you don't want to touch the dumbbells up here. So I'm just slowly reaching them up and bringing them back down as I'm keeping my abs tight, my core tight, and my shoulders in. And I'm exhaling as I come up and inhaling as I come down. So I'm going to first have Heather do this movement with just her body weight to make sure that she can do the movement standing up before we add an external load. So make sure your feet are shoulder width apart or slightly inward. Keep your back straight, neutral spine, head forward, chest up. Make sure that your elbows are in line with your hips. Keep your abs tight. When you're ready, you're going to bring your elbows up as if you have your dumbbells in your hand, neutral grip. And you're going to bring them up slowly and inhale as you come down, exhale as you come up. And you're going to make sure that your shoulders are tight, your abs are tight. Okay, good. So we're going to try it with the external load now with the dumbbells. So I'm going to have Heather use the dumbbells now to provide some resistance for this movement. I realized in my last video I kept saying it was a neutral grip. It's actually a prone grip on the dumbbells. So I'm going to go ahead and correct her on that. So when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and perform this exercise, and I'll make sure that I'm going to coach you through it. So make sure you do it slowly, feet shoulder width apart. When you're ready. Good. Neutral spine, abs tight, shoulders tight. She's not extending her lumbar here, which is good. She's breathing, her tempo is on point. She's exhaling as she's coming up, inhaling as she's coming down. Make sure your elbows are not as flared out. So we're going to keep your hands and your elbows in line with your hips. Go ahead and do one more rep for me. Good. Awesome. Nice job. So the last movement we're going to do for upper body is going to be the hammer curls. Once again, I'm going to demonstrate with an external load. Heather's going to demonstrate she's going to perform it with body weight, and then we're going to go ahead and put on the dumbbells and have her use them. So, as not always, but for the most part, we're standing shoulder width apart as we're standing. My elbows are going to be stationary at my side. My shoulders are going to be back. This is very important in this movement so I don't recruit my deltoids. This is strictly a bicep isolation move. So what we're going to do is this is a neutral grip. I'm going to make sure my shoulders are back, my core is tight, and I'm going to slowly flex my elbow joint and bring the dumbbell up towards my deltoid, and not touching my deltoid, but just enough to where I produce some tension there, some hypertrophy. And the most important part of this move is bringing it down and descending the barbell or the dumbbell slowly back down to create an eccentric movement. This tends to, what we call a negative movement, this tends to create more hypertrophy during these movements. So for alternating hammer curls, we're going to go ahead and keep one arm, the opposite arm stationary, And we're gonna go ahead and perform the same movement, only utilizing the elbow joint. We are not recruiting the shoulders in this movement. So, bringing it up one more time and bringing it back down. We're gonna inhale. Exhale as we bring the dumbbell up. And inhale. And exhale. As we are done with this, we're gonna go ahead and have, let me move these. I'm gonna have Heather demonstrate with the body weight. So, to get your form down, shoulder width apart, abs tight, neutral spine. Sitting back, shoulders tight here, making sure your elbows are in line with your hips. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that everything in your body is tight. Tight, tight, tight. And then pretending that you have your dumbbells in your hand, neutral grip, go ahead and bring your elbows up. And back down, good. We're gonna go a little bit slower on the descend. On the ascend, you can come up as soon as you feel comfortable, but not too quickly, and slow on the descend. You wanna make sure you feel everything in your bicep. All right. Good, her back is flat, neutral spine. Great, all right, awesome job. All right, so now you have the dumbbells in your hand, shoulders back, chest high, abs tight, good, chest up. Her elbows are stationary at her side. When you're ready, you're gonna lift one dumbbell up, keeping everything tight. Good. We don't want the dumbbell to touch the deltoid. We just want some recruitment in your bicep. Your shoulders back just a little bit more. There you go. And good.